The dragon speaks inside of your head. You don't have to say that you are going crazy, because that is what dragons do. They speak to us in a telepathic way. Even though sometimes we believe that we are going crazy once we hear it. But we are not. I can guarantee you, we are not. In the beginning, I thought the same thing. I was going crazy because I was hearing voices. I was not only hearing voices, but all of the paranormal activity that was going on around me was all centered around the dragon. And especially after I was awakened. It was already before it. There was something going on. There was something in motion, and I didn't know what was going on. That I was eventually going to be awakened because the dragon was able to touch me in the soul. But once I was awakened, I could not just see the dragon, but I could feel the dragon. And I had to rely on my feelings. Everything about it, everything on the dragon's path is relying on your feelings, relying on your instinct. Everything that is going on, you have to rely also on yourself, on what is going on. Why do you love the dragon so much? There is a reason before this. Why are you so enchanted simply by seeing the image of the dragon? There is something more about this. That means because it lives within you. And that is also the reason why you can understand the dragon. They talk to you in a telepathic way, in a draconic language. Of course, other people outside of the dragon's path, there are many who say everyone can go on the dragon's path, but I disagree. I disagree that because it's relying on your feelings, but it's also because there is a dragon connected to you. They always say that some haunted houses are connected to a person that used to live there. Well, everywhere that you are going is going to be a haunting because you are so much connected to the dragon that your house is going to be haunted as well, because dragons are strong spirits. They can touch you whenever they desire it, but they also have to connect with you. The more that they can connect with your spirit, the stronger that they become. That doesn't mean that they are as ghosts and spirits like of the dead. That means that they are ghosts and spirits from the other side, from the other realms, from the dragon realm. From the dragon realm that is far away, unreachable for humans, but you can reach it. And your voice is enough actually to trigger the dragon. Does that mean that all dragons love you? No, actually not. I learned that. I was always searching for more what is going on, but I learned that it's best to stay inside of your circle. Within your circle, there is a dragon that loves you so much. Focus yourself on this dragon. Focus yourself on the dragon God that loves you as well. Focus yourself on the dragon that lives within you. Focus on these dragons. You don't have to look further like myself. I just wanted to have answers. What is going on? What is all of this? So I was very confused, and once I connected to the dragons in my dragon eye, I wanted to know if there are more dragons. Of course there are more dragons. There are many more dragons. But it's not easy to connect with them because you don't have a connection with them. You can connect with them because you have a dragon soul. And because of this, you also have a draconic language that you can speak whenever you are thinking, even. So they will understand you very much. But not all dragons are alike. It's not like in a religion that there is one God with one mind and that we go to heaven, then we have one mind. No, we are not robots. Dragons are no robots. They are not just one and the same. They are no horses as well, so they will not let themselves be treated like slaves as humans. They have a very, very strong character, very strong mind, and they know what they want. They know what they desire. So whatever the dragon desires, they will tell it to you. They will know it. And dragons are very solitary. Whenever you bother them sometimes, the dragon can respond in a bad way. That is why humans demonize the dragon so much. They didn't understand them in their time here. They didn't understand the dragon. To them, they were like animalistic, and some even said demonic. But it's not. They just wanted to be left alone. So whenever I was bothering dragons, so sometimes dragons don't like that. And some dragons also can sometimes show their teeth. And that is what I learned. I can show my teeth as well. You can do this as well. You can show your teeth to humans, to everyone, but also to other dragons. And that is what I learned. You can show your teeth to other dragons. Of course, I don't want that. I love them all. But does that mean that all dragons are alike? Of course not. That is why we are such a solitary path. We need to understand ourselves before we can understand the dragon. We need to understand everything what is going on in this world. I was taught by the dragon to love life. I was taught by the dragon to appreciate life. I was taught by the dragon to be a vegan. Does that mean that all of us are going to be like that? Unfortunately not. But I hope that you can see the ways of loving life and things like this and respecting everything. In my dragon's path, I became very much an advocate for animals because I know what they will do to the dragon once they will return. Of course, do all dragons think alike? No, some dragons think that they can cooperate with humans. They can be there will be dragons that will think and believe that they will sit by side with humans and work along and together to rebuild this world as they should be. Even though I love that idea, but I disagree with this. I mean, that is what dragons are. Dragons can be so different from each other. And that is why we cannot write one book with one rule. Dragons are not like that. I learned that dragons can come before you and teach you the hardest way, or sometimes teach you very softly and kindly. Depends on what kind of a dragon that you have by your side. There can be so much differences, so much varieties of dragons. I mean, not only their color, not only their appearance, but also their mind, their image that they have inside of their mind can be so different from each other. But what I did learn is that the dragon who are connected with you, they know you. From somewhere they know you. And sometimes they test you. And sometimes sometimes we are afraid of them because of the tests. What are we actually doing? I mean, the first time that I've ever felt that was the first time that I felt Leviathan. I was questioning my faith once I felt him, even though he's an amazing guardian. He's so wise and ancient. Even he's demonized so much. But I questioned my faith of the amount of darkness that I felt with him. But this darkness is also with us. This darkness that we don't want to see. So I was afraid of my own self. So that is what the tests are. But how the tests are done with us is for everyone different. So I cannot tell you how your dragon is going to respond to you. But I do know one thing. I love all of them. I respect all of them. And that is what we all should do. But I am not able to come together and to lead a group because dragons will not allow that. Dragons, when my dragon returns in flesh and blood, I would protect him with my life. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to eat humans. Even though it's a survival here. I'm sorry to say this, but it doesn't mean that he in his survival instinct. Of course, in the dragon realm there is no survival, but here it is. You have to survive, and I cannot guarantee in his survival that he will not eat humans. It can be survival of the fittest, doesn't it? So humans think that they are the only ones that can do that. Well, no, actually not. That is why some dragons actually think and believe that there is still a possibility to work together, human and dragon, in this world. Even though I do not agree with that, I see much more darkness in that. And that is sometimes, some dragons even think that it's better actually to get rid of humans, even that. But my dragon, my personal path, I believe there is no such way, so it's better to stay away. Stay away from the danger. There is no need for something like this, so this confrontation. So yeah, but my dragon, yeah, of course, your dragon as well, your dragon might eat me once your dragon is going to be in flesh and blood. And I understand this so much. So I understand this is survival. Of course, I teach a vegan simply because the dragon said you don't need it. You don't need all of this death and destruction. You don't need this to survive. You don't need this to stay healthy. And indeed, after 10 years without it, I can say that the dragon was very right. And I've never had any regrets for that. This is my path. This is I created even a path with it, the path of veganism, and to talk for animals, animal advocate, like you call it. It's a path within a path, but it's a path that the dragon teach me. My dragon, every dragon seems so wise, but in their own way. So we cannot say you are wrong or you are right. No, it's for everyone else. For everyone else. So whenever you have voices in your head, whenever you are hearing your dragon, it's not that you are going crazy. You have to listen to this. Listen to the dragon. You can notice that this is not in a human way that you are thinking. You are hearing a draconic language from far away, very far away, even unreachable. It's not even in the same plane. It's coming from another plane. It's coming from another side that you are hearing your dragon. It's like going to be very faint, but you are going to understand it. You are going to understand the language of your dragon. And it's going to be very beautiful, my brothers and sisters. So yeah, for everyone different. But also, when you hear your dragon, that your dragon is actually here in spirit. Your dragon is not dead or something like this, but your dragon is here in spirit. Your dragon might talk to you all the time, but there is a layer of human that is closing your ears so that you don't hear it. But you just need to do a little bit of effort. The only thing that you need, the first thing that you actually, this is your desire for the dragon. The more desire that you have, the more love that you show. And it's not for nothing that you have this love. It comes from your dragon. Because you can feel them. So the only thing that you need actually to hear them is that you surrender yourself to the love that you have for the dragon.